Hey Nash, what should we make?
Well, you still suck at cooking soft or hard-boiled eggs, and our subscribers have given us lots of suggestions to improve. Let's test a bunch of those and other hacks and see what works best.
All right, let's test some boiled egg hacks. For those of you who watch my Scotch egg video, you know that I suck at boiling eggs, or at least boiling them so that they peel clean. So thank you, all of those of you who sent me messages of tips and tricks and hacks. So today, we're gonna try a bunch of different hacks, tips, tricks on how to better peel eggs, hard-boiled eggs. So hey, without further ado, let's go boil a bunch of eggs. So the first thing we're gonna do is, there's 4 different peeling methods, actual peeling. So we're just gonna boil 8, actually 9, because I put in 1 extra, for the normal boiling method. So we just brought our water up to a boil, and we're gonna do a hard boil. So a soft boil would be like 3 to 6 minutes. That would give you kind of a runny-ish yolk. Medium boil would be kind of that jammy yolk. That would be 7 to 9 minutes. We're gonna do a hard boil, so that's 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll do like 10 or 11. One of the things we're testing is put them in an ice bath or don't put them in an ice bath. So we have 2 eggs for each of our 4 methods. The ones with the little eyes on them go in the ice bath, and the other ones are just gonna cool normally. So we put our eggs in the boiling water, and then we're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock and see what happens. As soon as 11 minutes is up, we're gonna kill the heat. We're gonna take these guys out 3 at a time. Then our first test is ice bath or no ice bath. So the ones with the eyes on them go in the ice bath, and these are just gonna cool normally. Hot eggs are hot. Who'd have thunk? We're gonna let these cool down to a room temp or a peelable temp, and then we'll test our 4 different peeling methods with 1 of each and see what happens. So, fun fact, if you probably already knew this, but if you don't know if an egg is hard-boiled or not, if you spin an egg, this is a raw egg, it spins real slow. If you spin a hard-boiled egg, it does that. The more you know. All right, so we have 4 peel tests. First test is just a regular old peel. So we got ice bath versus no ice bath. Let's do ice bath first. All right, so that one came out almost perfectly clean. We just got that little attachment there, so not bad. Now we have no ice bath. This one's peeling a lot. The pieces are coming off into little tiny pieces, but overall it's doing pretty good. And this one gave us a perfect one, so no distinction. Next test, under running water. So first we'll do ice bath. And it came out mostly clean, not bad. Next, no ice bath. And this one also came out clean. So see, now that I'm testing them, I bet they're all gonna come out good. Make me, anyways. Well, here we go. So I guess it's kind of a draw on those 2. They both came out as good as the regular one. Maybe a little bit better because there wasn't any deformities. Next, we have underwater. So ice bath first. I think you're supposed to leave it kind of submerged for a little bit. I would say it came out perfect. Non-ice bath. Okay, the Band-Aid wouldn't stay. I cut my finger, Band-Aid wouldn't stay on, so I put a glove on. All right, so peel this guy. Clearly, the water works. Another perfect one. Now I'm starting to feel real stupid. Next one is to get a little container. I'm just using this little deli container. I guess you're supposed to put a couple of cracks in it, put it in here. Same thing with the other one. And then just shake it up. Yay, we have a fail. Well, we have a huge fail. Okay, well that's cool. So the ice bath one just broke a lot, but it's not easy to peel. Well, I guess it's kind of easy to peel. And the other one just kind of exploded. So, well, I guess this one's actually peeling pretty nicely. So that one came out okay, but it's a little dinged up, so this one probably not good. For our peeling purposes, we had our regular ice bath, check minus, no ice, check, running water, under running water, check for both, underwater, check for both. For the container, for the ice, we got a check minus because it was all dinged up, and a big fail for the no ice. So we're gonna go with underwater or running water. It doesn't seem to matter. They both did good for both. So I don't think it really matters a whole lot. It looks like overall, no ice bath had better results than the ice, but not by a lot. So it seems to be kind of a wash. So that's where we stand. So now let's go try some tricks with the actual boiling portion and see how it goes. The next one we're gonna try is baking soda. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of baking soda in our water. Is that about a teaspoon? I don't know, it said about a teaspoon. Now we're gonna bring this up to a boil. Once we're up to a boil, then we throw our egg in there and we let it go for another 11 minutes. I'm getting a little bit of volcano action here, so I don't really know if this is a great idea. Kill the heat, and we're gonna let it cool. The next idea is to add some vinegar to the water. Now don't do the baking soda and the vinegar, because then you're gonna get some sort of reaction. I'm guessing it wouldn't be good. So we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of white vinegar in here and bring it up to a boil. Once we're boiling, put our guy in, let him go for 11 minutes. As soon as your time's up, kill the heat, take your guy out, let him cool. The next one is our tap. So regular water. Now we gotta take our egg, and we're gonna take like a spoon, and we're just gonna hit it. Now listen for the sound change. See that? Once our water's boiling, put our guy in, let it go for 11 minutes. All right, looks like this one broke, so maybe our little tap method not so great, but either way, we'll let it cool. For the last one, we're gonna steam it. So you just need a little bit of water in the bottom, heat on, wait till it comes to a boil. Once you're boiling, put in one of these little steamer baskets, and we put in our egg and a lid, and we let it go for, you guessed it, 11 minutes. As soon as your time's up, kill the heat, remove your lid, take this guy out, and we let him cool. We're to peel our 4 eggs. Hey Nash, how should we peel them?
It seems like under running water and underwater were the best peeling methods, but I think underwater gives a better camera shot, so go with that one.
All right, so first we got our baking soda egg. Came out pretty clean, just one little divot there. Pretty good. Next we got our vinegar. Also pretty good. I mean, a little uneven over here, but I don't think that has anything to do with the vinegar. I think that's just how the egg sat. So also pretty good. Next we have our tap, which is obviously a failure because we kind of exploded, but I mean, it looks okay, but we're still going with a big fail because it exploded and even the yolk leaked out. So no go on that one. And last, we got our steamed egg. And this one turned out great too. Well, this doesn't really warrant a taste test, but it's kind of tradition and you gotta give people what they want. So cheers. So the results are in. Ice water bath or no ice water bath? Actually, surprisingly, no ice water bath seemed to work a little bit better, but the difference was pretty negligible. So I would say if you got time, don't use an ice water bath. But it takes the egg about an hour to cool. You could probably get away with peeling it earlier, but the ice water, you know, it's cool in a few minutes. So if you're pressed for time, the ice water bath, because there's not a huge difference. As far as regular peeling of the egg, it worked. It wasn't the best, but it definitely worked. So in a pinch, not a terrible idea. In the container, huge failure, don't recommend it. I mean, I'm sure people have luck with it. We tried it. Maybe I didn't do it right, but didn't work. Running water and underwater both seem to work really well. So pick your poison. Ideally, you boil the egg, no need for an ice water bath, and then peel it under running water or underwater. But again, the differences weren't that huge except for the huge failures. Then as far as the baking soda, the vinegar, the tap, and the steam, the baking soda, the vinegar, and the steam all worked really, really well. The tap, complete failure. And I've done it before and it wasn't a total failure, but it wasn't a huge success either. So I would say no go. So I don't know. Nash, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I have a few.
Hey bud, how you doing?
Partly cloudy with a chance of meatballs, or I guess eggs in this case.
Well, also customary, you may as well get a taste test as well. Here you go.
Tastes like a hard-boiled egg, not that I'm complaining.
What are your thoughts on these tests?
It seems to me that there's 1,000 so-called hacks for boiling eggs. Some work and some don't, but fancy and time-consuming isn't always better. So try the ones you want to try, but in the end, do what works best and is the most convenient for you. I prefer to just buy the pre-boiled and peeled ones from the grocery store.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time.
Most of the hacks worked. Some of them sucked. For all the ones that worked, there wasn't a huge difference, and none of them made it like world-changingly easier to peel. One thing I never even knew or would never really thought of or thought about that a lot of you point out in the comments is that the age of the eggs has a lot to do with it. So like an egg that you've had in your refrigerator for a couple of weeks is better for boiling because it's going to peel easier, whereas a brand new fresh egg apparently is best for poaching. As far as all the other stuff, scrambled, fried, they're probably all good for all of it. So I guess keep that in mind. If you have a couple of cartons of eggs, if one of them's older, they do whatever you want to do. With that in mind, go boil some eggs. But hey, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to like, share, and subscribe, that would help us out. If you want notifications every time we drop a new video, go ahead and hit that notification bell. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, peace.